Shit, forgot to grab my iPad. One moment. Alrighty, I do believe we are live. Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to another episode of Tavern SMP. Today is episode 8. I did 2 things off camera. First, I moved my blood magic stuff. Oh, motherfucker. Goddamn alarm going off. And I can't really remember the second. I know I did something, but I can't remember what it was. But other than that, 1600. Let's go. No more explosives. Oh, that's good. Is that... Is that what I think it is? This is the blade from the dead realm. That complicates things. A lot, actually. Right. Right. I'm going to need to move. That's why I grabbed all of that. As much as I hate retreating, I don't really have much of a choice. Between the thievery, the attempts on my life, and well, this now, I don't think it's a good idea to stay here. Guessing these are my notes. Yeah. Where was I? Moving from the old domain. Don't remember making that, but I'll take it nonetheless. That didn't look right. Oh well. There's no point in even removing that. What time is it outside? Moon is just rising. Perfect.
Go in this room.
Hello? Oh, hello. Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Right. Have we met before?
I don't believe we have.
I'm sorry, I'm struggling to remember a lot of things on my mind right now, and I'm not particularly happy with any of them. May I have your name?
I suppose you can just call me Leucis from now.
Glad to make your acquaintance. I'm Zena. When did you arrive here?
Hmm.
Are you even in the
The
book?
time and date is a little fuzzy for now, but not too long ago, I don't believe.
Well, you're in the book, so obviously you've met Ash, or you've taken the liberty of writing it yourself. Actually, you're a fair ways up. So this book is definitely out of order.
All I did was read the sign and told me to put my name in the book if I'm staying here. Hence, I did.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
I think I remember you. Or at least I remember talking about you. Yes, I remember talking about you to Ash.
I haven't really done anything and I'm already being talked about. Interesting.
According to Ash, you are a self-proclaimed vampire. And I smell the infection upon you.
Self-proclaimed. One can't self-proclaim anything but what they are.
Which makes me think, if Ash did not know you as a vampire, but you are now, were they just unobservant?
I do try to keep my nature under wraps as much as I can.
Fair enough. As much as I hate assuming the worst of my kindred, I have been missing some low potency vampire infusion material. Do you happen to know where that went? Because
I had no idea anyone even had such things in this place. I'm being completely honest. I haven't had much time to explore.
for the longest time, you were the primary suspect of theft.
Would you like to investigate my room?
I can only enter with invitation, but
Well, for free.
right. You have absolutely nothing. Fair enough. Fair enough.
as I said, fairly new to the area.
Yeah. You've barely settled down at all, but I see that Ash has given you a key. Um,
Well, I don't intend this to be my final resting place, as it were. I
hmm.
only need a place to use, get out of the sun.
And I've been looking to vacate this place.
That is my intention too. I heard there may be some unsavories who have some pointy wood they might want to inject inside my face.
They want to go for the face, I'd go for the heart, but yes. Um, there are a fair number of vampire hunters here. In fact, you're practically neighbors with one Gideon.
Hmm. Gideon, such a uncouth name. At least not where I'm from.
I've heard dumber, but oh well. I
But yes,
believe.
I tend to find my own dominion somewhere in this world.
Well, I was heading out to go find a domain of my own. Care to join me?
Hmm. I suppose. You know what they say, safety in numbers, especially among Kindred.
I, Moon's High, we should be fine for a while. If not, I have several umbrellas that I can loan you. Or, I say loan, but basically give. Just one moment. Did I get both of them?
I see you made some friends.
Those aren't friends. Believe I got both of them. That doesn't go there, that goes...
I
Why am I
believe you
sorting
did.
this? This isn't mine, by the way. This is Amarantha's. Right. Here's an extra umbrella, just in case the sun rises while we're out and about.
Will be useful.
Mm-hmm.
They're quite interesting. Umbrellas didn't really work that way in my world.
What do you mean?
Well, where I'm from, we didn't really have the need for umbrellas, if that makes any sense.
Did vampires not burn under your sun?
Oh, they do. At least under normal circumstances. But the ruler of where I come from, quite a powerful vampire himself, practically made it to where the sun never shone.
I know of a place like that. Follow me. We should have taken the
But
back entrance.
he exactly wasn't the nicest of people, even among to his kindred.
Can you see in the dark?
No. It seems I am quite weakened than what I used to be. I don't know if it's this world, or if simply I've regressed.
Well, I'm far weaker than I used to be, so similar problems. This blade is just as sharp as I remember.
Such inconvenience.
Over here, follow my eyes. It shouldn't be too far. I conquered this place not long ago with a couple of unknowing assistants. They honestly didn't know what they were doing, but their loss, my gain.
Agreed.
Hopefully the place hasn't been touched by the vampire hunters. But if it has, then we can simply rebuild. If I remember correctly, there was also a fair number of livestock around, so...
Good. During my short investigations of around, what do they call it? The homeless community?
Homeless committee, yes.
In my short investigation around in the area around it, there seemed to be a lack of cattle, I should say.
Lack of anything except hostiles. It was... That place was formed when we dug into the side of a mountain. I dug to hide from the sun. Everyone else dug to hide from the undead. Why am I struggling to speak? Should be just this way. That's not it, but I do see the beacon.
Nice little castle here.
It's a wizard tower. The resident probably wouldn't take kindly to visitors, as they often don't.
Wizards.
Well, here it is. The place doesn't really have a name, and it's a little run down. But I think maybe building a domain on the outskirts of it would allow us to monitor its rebuilding. Hello.
True. And if we can ingratiate our, say, houses into the village, should be easier to keep them less suspicious if we end up having to pretend to be our own descendants.
See this kind of soil here? The darker kind?
I see it.
It releases a kind of spore that prevents the sun from dealing damage to us. Though only if it grows naturally.
So we can't just move it, relocate it.
No. No. That
Convenient
beacon...
for this world.
Yeah. That beacon allows it to spread. It keeps this village safe. If anyone destroys it, well then, we lose our dominion over this place. And the hunters will gain a stronghold. Because honestly, the hunters are the only ones that even try.
So somewhere close enough where we can keep an eye on everything, but farther enough away where hunters shouldn't see us as too much of a threat.
I'd rather stay in the pine forest. It's homely. Is that the term I'm looking for? I don't know. What? Oh, ice elemental.
No, they gave me the cold shoulder quite quickly.
Get down here.
Oh.
Stand back until it descends. There it is. Right. Let's head back into the depths of the village. Should have a little bit more cover there. Plus, I'm not exactly sure how far the spores spread. And the moon and the sun are a little bit difficult to gauge here.
Lovely.
Oh, yeah. Is our expert underground? Of course they're underground. That's going to be annoying to deal with, but alright. I hate those things.
I don't think I've seen such a creature in my world at all.
They're some kind of volatile earth elemental, from what I can tell.
Lovely.
There's a lot of ghosts out tonight, which is interesting. They're normally not like this. They're normally fairly rare.
If I remember correctly, at least where I'm from, ghosts are attracted to strong negative emotions. Nope. Next to you.
They're completely silent.
I hope they have home insurance.
Well, if not, we can always rebuild the place. That's not it. Oh, did you pick up the wood?
I might have, yes.
Yeah. At least here we have the luxury of being able to work in daylight. Well, I'm not exactly a big fan of it myself. Neither are the hostile undead. So we don't have to worry about them. They stay underground. If you notice houses with strange frames outside and garlic growing along the sides, those are old hunter domains that I've purged. This village used to be filled with a fair number of them, but I quickly remedied that.
At the very least, we should until oh,
Get back. These ones are a little bit stronger. They're a different strain of vampirism, but unfortunately a lot stronger than mine.
it seems I'm quite damaged.
A sense of bleeding out, or
I wouldn't say bleeding out exactly, but
right?
I have a
I'm going.
throbbing headache.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move my stuff inside one of these houses just for now, and we'll get to work on construction in the morning.
I'm also quite thirsty now that I think about it.
If you need blood, I have a tank set up in here.
Well, I don't know what's around this place. Or is it daytime already?
No. The long nights are a blessing and a curse.
Right. See if I can find where you are.
Behind you. Over here.
Ah.
This piece of artifice can take red meat and grind it down into drinkable blood. And you put a zombie.
Just checking to see if they really had brains. They did not.
Some of them do. Useful conduits for thaumaturgy, but unfortunately, of all the organs that we can't eat, human brains makes the least sense. Hearts are perfectly fine, but it seems that those and brains are the only ones that I've been able to really extract from any kills. Probably because
Interesting.
they're the largest, but one
Makes
moment.
sense.
One moment. Right. Can't hold on to that for very oh. Can't hold on to that for very long. And once again, there's a hole in my hand. Right. Just doing that to set that. So what degree of blood potency are you at?
If I had to guess, I say I'm a fledgling right now. How do I use this contraption?
Red meat goes in the top, and then you just take from the bottom.
Do I need a bottle or anything?
Nope, just like you're draining a living thing. Add a character, check your keybinds. Right. The sun will be rising soon, but for now it's still nighttime.
Hmm. Alright, there we go. At least the pounding headache is gone. So I doubt this rotten flesh counts as red meat.
No. It has to be fresh. And
Hmm.
do you notice
I was
more vampire fog than usual?
a bit, actually. Might it have something to do with the beacon?
Or us being near it?
Potentially. Either way, I feel like one of the safest ways for me to survive is to build something underground. Less chance of it being noticed.
This village is already on everyone's radar, so picking up terms from Sora and Atris is really going to get me in trouble. Old friends of mine had a certain way of speaking, and I've accidentally adopted some of their vernacular.
Can't be any worse than how my previous sire used to speak.
Oh, you got turned by someone?
A long time ago.
I created my strain of vampirism. By complete accident. I was doing blood magic, and resonance and infected some local. There were some issues with some nearby natives involving blood magic, and I harvested the first fang from them and accidentally infected myself, but I took my infection in stride. The sun is rising.
Mine was not entirely consensual.
Ah,
I was out one day trying to. Well, I used to work at a vineyard, believe it or not. Then one day, this is while the the lord of the region had already brought about an endless dusk and pretty much survived like that for hundreds of thousands of years, if the stories are truth. But one day, I was walking around picking up the berries, and I was attacked. Barely survived.
well, most strains of vampirism you actually don't survive, so I'd count you lucky.
Well, he attacked me, but it seems it was because he was very thirsty.
I see.
After he nearly drained me, he looked at me and pretty much asked, "Do you wish to live? If so, I can make it happen." And at the time, I did not know what he meant, and I just wanted to live. Next thing I know it, I'm waking up in his manor.
Ah,
Huh. So this is what the sun feels like, without it scorching me.
I sired a fair few in my last realm. Well, where I became a vampire. One earned it through right of combat. I challenged him to a trial in a realm of darkness where, well, okay, sentient darkness. Stayed in the dark too long and they would eat you alive. Basically, he had to beat me in a challenge of magic in a maze. A very, very dark maze. He won and earned a right of education. If he lost, I would have turned him. But what ended up happening was he never took up the education and instead became a vampire. I don't know why. I'm not questioning it. But that was when I first turned. He's here now, but the infection has since left his body, as has his memories, which is equally perplexing. Another one was an artificer of great renown who knew how to manipulate dragon souls and place them into metal to forge machines. He ended up surpassing me in power for a while, until I managed to trick him out of his secrets. And the third, I don't believe I turned them at all, actually. They were of my bloodline, but they were turned by Keon, the artificer, in a blood frenzy. And he started going down the route of blood magic as well, but drained himself to death.
Hmm.
I heard something. Ah. As I said, just as sharp as I remember. This blade actually followed me from the old dead realm. I stole it
It's
off the
vampiric in nature.
Slightly, yes, actually. Parasitic, but not vampiric. By destroying my sanity, it repairs itself. I stole it from the hands of an extra-dimensional cultist.
As one does.
Stories of the Dead Realm are very, very interesting. Especially if you have no context behind them. Unfortunately, those extra-dimensional cultists are still around. If you see any red and purple swirling portals, stay away from them. I have a feeling you don't like fire.
Not very much.
Yeah. Um. Their clerics are very well trained in pyromancy, so
Of course they are. First order of business should be finding a place to live temporarily or indefinitely.
I was thinking about burrowing underneath this village. I created my own burrow back in the Old Red Realm underneath the skull of a dragon. The more and more I talk about my triumphs there, the more I feel like I'm not living up to them here.
I remember my short foray into this world. I found a large skeleton
The serpent
outside by
skeleton?
the desert.
Yeah. I don't know what that thing was, but whatever it was, well, let's just be happy it's dead, because it'd probably see us as food.
Huh. I studied a bit of archaeology after I turned, so I have some knowledge of it. But I would have to do more. I would have to look at it and examine it more. But considering how this world works, doing so may be dangerous.
Yeah. I noticed there's a lot of damage to the right eye cavity. I think that might have been how it died, but then again, that could have just been someone harvesting the bones for their own use.
Possibly.
Hmm.
I say, if I was to start building a burrow somewhere, I would do it under one of the churches. More for the irony.
Fair enough. Though we'd have to be very careful with how we hide it.
I'm sure we can find something. My old lord, well, not lord, but my sire, he was very fond of irony when it came to where he would put his little outposts.
And then if right there would be our descent point. That's a stair. Need this to be here, and then
If we need to put a trapdoor and some ladders down, we can.
and then
I don't have much, but I have some material on me. You find something.
just a little bit of amber. Nothing inside it.
I could probably take some of these ladders down from here.
Probably the best bet because I'm struggling to climb like an idiot.
I'm sure this church won't need its ladders anytime soon.
Could also take it from one of those little outpost buildings.
True. Alright, but I'll grab some from the outpost buildings. Can't be useless forever. Look in here. I found something, actually.
Hmm?
Seems to be a book and a vial of garlic and blood.
That's a hunter's table.
Oh, lovely.
I'll dispose of it. Right.
Someone seems angry.
They'll get over themselves soon enough. The ones around here aren't exactly powerful, so they pick fights with each other for dominion.
Lovely. Ah. Seems I've dropped a little farther than I intended to.
Yeah, it's a bit of a sheer drop. I'm working on it, but at this point, yeah. Oh,
Ah,
sorry. Well, now you're stuck in a hole.
I
Excuse me.
see that.
Hmm. This is... Hmm. Do you have any more ladders?
I got some, but I'm trying to place them down. Hold on.
Toss them to me.
Can't see a thing.
Don't worry, we'll remedy that soon enough. I just need to find an altar of infusion.
I suppose you can't simply make one.
I could, but they're a little difficult to do so with, right? And that should be...
Alright. If we need more, I can just take a few more of these.
Hmm.
Alright, I have more ladders if we need them.
So do I. Sorry about that.
Alright.
I actually put the torch here and then work on burrowing down. So that one needs to stay. And then
How deep do you want to make this?
I was hoping we could find a natural cave system and just adapt it from there, but
Only if we're lucky, I suppose.
there's caves everywhere. I know that there's a fairly large system underneath the homeless committee that I've adapted into a set of tunnels. Listening tunnels. I could hear practically everything there.
If possible, we should try to connect this to those tunnels. May take a while, however.
That and people know about them, unfortunately. I got
Oh, is
caught
that
in there
so?
once. I got in a little bit of trouble with Ash once, and I took shelter in those tunnels whenever they were thinking about hunting me down. Okay, I got distracted by Cole. Sorry about that. You know what, let's just...
Clay. Suppose this could be useful.
I'm just excavating it because it's quicker. You can just use this
Fair
area.
enough.
I'm going to give that the interest. Do you know what that is?
Yes. I believe... Basically, it could house fossils. Ah. A pterodon ribcage was in that one.
Oh, what?
A pterodon. Type of dinosaur.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but... Oh,
An ancient reptilian creature. Very powerful. Usually very big.
like a dragon.
In a sense, without the fire breathing and the flying. but just as ferocious.
Hmm. I'll take that. If you happen to find any preserved curiosity in the amber, I am able to look into that for thaumaturgical reasons.
With the right equipment, materials, and time, I could even potentially revive these the dinosaurs and even tame them. At least that's what my creator used to say.
Dragon taming isn't exactly the best idea.
Good thing these aren't dragons then.
Fair enough.
They're similar. I will give you that. But not exactly.
This kind of bluish green metal we can't really do anything with. I have to give this to a certain individual. If I can find him, he's been notoriously hard to find. Better than when he was trapped in the Void Room's lair, at least. Right. Just patching a couple of holes.
So how big do you want this to be? Or
I was
at least
thinking
until we...
several chambers connected by a series of tunnels.
Makes the most sense.
I'd need a fair amount of room in order to work on my blood magic and my thaumaturgy, but I might not want to do my thaumaturgy around here, because it can have reality warping effects.
Would make the most sense.
This world has a kind of life force called the aura. It can be aspected into different elemental forms, and if messed with or tampered with, it has a form of allergic reaction where it tears a hole in reality and flushes out all the things that's annoying it.
Huh. That sounds similarly close to evocation and conjuration where I'm from.
The problem is I usually do that on accident. Now, the power of rifts can be harnessed on purpose, but I've never done it. I've summoned them on accident, and I've noticed when I'm about to summon them, and then forget, and then have to deal with the consequences later, but I have never completely voluntarily summoned a rift. They're lethal.
Maybe it has to do with maybe where you summon them.
Yeah, the aura is more concentrated in certain areas, but
At least when it comes to conjuration and planar travel where I'm from, to make a rift, it has to be usually the easiest place to make such portals are places where it's very thin. If that makes sense.
yes. You know that extra dimensional cult I mentioned? The Crimson Cult? They specialize in using those rifts to attack, unsurprisingly.
So rifts and fire magic. Pleasant.
And knowledge that does not wish to be known. There's a kind of sentient knowledge that,
Eldritch knowledge.
yes, it will claw its way out of your brain and drive you insane in the process.
Let's see. Some sort of plant fossil.
Unfortunately, this sword from the Dead Realm it runs on that kind of energy. Well, it repairs itself through that kind of energy. And the more I use it, the more likely I am to go insane. And the cult likes to pick on those insane.
Well, as long as you don't stab me in the back. Don't care what sort of weapon you use.
The only Kindred that I've considered killing was Keon because he got bored one day and decided to plan to kill everyone else.
Sounds like a very pleasant fellow.
He was absolutely insane. He made an entire forge in the depths of that consuming darkness. Lit it up with fireflies and strange glowing sludge. And in that forge, that's where he manipulated the dragon metal called draconium to form armor, weapons, machines. I never really managed to understand it, but it killed all of us in the end. Luckily, I haven't seen those purple shimmers here yet.
Quite interesting. Huh.
I don't know what any of this does, so I'll just toss it to you.
Yeah, I will be right back. I have to. It seems my bag's getting full.
Right, so this I'm just going to go ahead and fill in. So there's nothing really of use back here. This could be the central chamber that leads to all the others.
This is true.
Oh, I see my problem. I'm going to need to push that back one. If you could you please bring down some wood? I need it for a crafting table, chest, and more tools.
Oh, I was actually already grabbing wood for that very purpose. Here you go.
Thank you.
Because I have quite a
I'm just working on evening this out. I mean, it's incentives just kind of rounding it out, actually. The
Hmm.
edges are like that for a reason. So, I think that... Where did that go? It goes there. That goes there. Each of these walls can lead to a different tunnel. And then lead to a different chamber. Pardon me. There's some more pickaxes if you need them.
How far do you want each of these chambers to go into before these hallways go into?
Depends on how big we need to make each chamber, so that's 9, 11 by 11 at least. Let's make that 13 by 13 with a 5 by 5 outcropping. I'll get to work on my chamber. Yours, if you want, you can just go kind of curving around that way. I'm going to go this way and then turn a little bit left.
Then I will turn a little bit right on my way. But no, then we could meet up. Yeah. I'll go this opposite direction of yours.
Mm-hmm. Oh, one question. What are your opinions on gold?
Gold doesn't affect me at all. Why?
That's good. I unfortunately cannot touch the stuff. It burns straight through my hand.
Ah. I've heard of some vampires having such weaknesses, but gold has never really affected me.
The unfortunate part is that both blood magic and vampirism ascendancy require a lot of it, and so does thaumaturgical material manipulation, but that will come later.
Fair enough. Then allow me to handle all your gold processes
Thank you.
as a thank you.
Do I have any torches? I do not. Oh well. Luckily I can see in the dark.
Quite a sizable amount of coal here. Of course.
Hmm. Two, three, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
That sounds fun.
13.
Hey, Xena,
Yes?
I found a cave system.
Well, that's good.
Has some less than friendly inhabitants,
One moment.
but it's there.
Hmm. Oh, that's a fair number of them. Back up, I'll handle it. Actually, hold on. Let me go ahead and... Did I...
I don't think they're really much of a threat right now. They seem to be stuck on the crystals.
Yes, well, I want to go and harvest their souls. So, stand back. I need to go grab a reservoir for that.
Oh, we'll take your time.
I'm gonna have to. It's far away.
Well, you did say you wanted the cave system. Aren't you adorable?
What are you fawning over down here?
Oh, I'm just taunting our new friends.
Ah, I see.
Oh. Oh, that one has a bow. Ah!
Not taking that one's bullshit.
Who threw something at me?
That was a witch.
Quite rude.
That they are. Right.
This is quite the cave system.
Oh. Also, those crystals, be careful handling them. Those are, aspects of order.
Oh, lovely.
It's better than aspects of entropy and chaos. But handling any crystals like those will, well, for one, result in some very, very strange dreams, and are also used for the manipulation of the aura. Thaumaturgical crystals like those are very handy to have a lot of.
Well, glad my room could provide you with crystals in the future then.
Right.
It's gonna be one hell of a time trying to get my room settled. Oh, quiet down.
4 out of 6.
Oh!
Hmm? Leucis?
The cave is a lot deeper than I was expecting.
Oh, did you fall?
No, as in, I went right here and take a
Yeah.
look.
Yes. That is... I'd leave that all to its own for now and maybe start going in a different direction. We can handle that when we're more well equipped.
Agreed. Unfortunately, I don't have my own sword. Well, my old sword, I should say.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Six, 7, 10. Ah! Found a hole. I'm okay though. More startling than anything. So my room intersects that cave too. Just a little bit.
Probably further in where mine start. Is that where you fell?
Yes. And I'm sorry about the very indignant squeak.
I found it quite adorable.
I'm going up to grab that tank of blood, bringing it back down. I just remembered something. You're really working with another. After all the theft, all the betrayal. Surely you would have learned to work by yourself. Relax, Giajerisk. He's another vampire. And? Well, the only other kindred I've had betray me were Keon, and that was because he got bored. If I keep Leucis, well, at a low potency, he won't be able to get the upper hand. But how can you be assured that he won't ascend by himself? If I can't ascend, he can't. You have to account for the autonomy of others. They will go behind your back. Is this you trying to goad me into an anxiety attack? Maybe. Then shut the fuck up. You're supposed to be on my side. Is that it? Is that what? I was just asking if you were done talking. Sometimes I struggle to tell whether it's you talking or me talking. So why make the distinction? 'Cause I don't want to merge fully yet. And I don't think I ever will. There will come a time when you have no choice. I know that. But I'm procrastinating. I'm putting it off until later. Very well. We'll have this discussion in a more suitable situation. If by suitable you mean convenient for you, probably. But fair enough. Wait till if this is taking forever. Why did I decide to make this place so big? I mean, I didn't really decide. I don't have much of a choice. But still. Oh, it is completely pitch black in here. Okay, then. Lucius, do you have any torches?
I also found quite a bit of coal in my area, so I can make more.
You can turn bones into sticks and use those.
Really?
Hmm? Mm.
Oh.
I'll just...
There you go.
Thank you. As much as I hate lighting up my rooms, I kind of have to with such a large chamber like this.
We don't want no unfriendlies popping up.
Yeah. Is that even? Is this even? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, there we go. I don't want it to be even. Right. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. Is that maybe here actually? Is that dead center of the room? Looks like it might be. Okay, now I just have to clean this place up. Hmm. Hmm. There's a lot of creatures down there. Uh-oh.
So how's your foray going?
Could be better.
Make some friends?
Could call them that. But with friends like that, who needs enemies?
I'll leave you to it.
I mean, I'm almost done. I just need to actually set up the blood magic stuff in here now. I was just handling the noises down there.
There'll be more.
There always will. But I did manage to light a fair amount of the area up, so hopefully that will deter some of them. There's that part done. Lucius?
Yes.
I heard a noise. What was that?
Dust in my nose.
Oh. Do you want to see how the blood altar is coming along?
Sure, why not?
It's all but complete. I just need the bloodstone tiles and the glowstone. But until then,
Lovely.
also need to carve out an area for soul and will manipulation, but this will have to do for now. Certainly a lot less majestic than my one in the Dead Realm, but with time, with time.
I take it you need a couple more stone blocks as well?
No, no. In the corners, in these corners and up here, those are special stones that I'd like to see. So I'm keeping those open. The inner four will be capped in glowstone, and the outer four will be capped in a special material called bloodstone. That requires a lot of soul and will manipulation in order to create, which is what this area is going to be for the artifice that I need to do that. You okay?
Oh, yes, I'm fine. Just need to get some more wood for myself. Ow.
Hmm?
Ice elemental.
Where? Oh, there it is. As long as that's blocked off, it shouldn't bother us. And now is the difficult part. 2 pieces of iron, 2 pieces of gold, and 4 obsidian. there's that. Might as well go grab everything else from the top.
So, I got some good news.
Hmm?
I found another cave system. And right there is some gold, or if you need it for anything.
We actually do. For
The issue
vampirism
is,
ascension.
the issue with getting the ore is, well, some less than friendly neighbors.
I see.
I'm sure given time and proper equipment I could take them myself, but I seem to have left all of my magical equipment back in my old world.
Hmm. So
But
you're asking for assistance.
I would like some.
Yes. One moment. Let me just go ahead and put some of my stuff away.
What I wouldn't do for a good rapier.
One moment.
Fancy.
Right. So we only need 2 more pieces of iron
Oh,
in
in
order to
that case,
complete the.
here you go.
Right. Then this structure is complete for the most part. Right in the center, we need an altar of infusion, which requires 4 obsidian and 2 pieces of gold. The obsidian is probably going to be our most difficult part, but there might be some at the homeless shelter, so I can check there. I know that we still have gold, and I know that you still have stuff that you need to pick up from there. Yes.
I do, yes.
Right. I'm going to go ahead and help you get that gold right quick, but afterwards I'm going to run to the homeless shelter and try and get everything else. All right.
Yeah, one of the things I need to pick up from the homeless shelter is, well, my lock.
Mm-hmm.
And other things that might be useful. Actually,
So where was the gold?
Follow me.
If I may ask about the length of this tunnel.
Tunnels to confuse enemies and sometimes can even frustrate enemies.
Fair enough. Oh,
Also,
that's relatively.
perfect place to set up traps if need a quick escape.
That should be relatively easy to get to. Let me just.
Oh, there was a lot of enemies here a second ago. Oh,
One skeleton right there. Go ahead and close that up. I have a feeling I can get to there fairly quickly. And of course I left my shovel when I needed to get through gravel.
here. Yep.
Thank you. Okay, let me just go ahead and gauge the distance. Okay, so over 1, down 2.
Hmm? Oh, they're above us too.
Yes, that appears to be some kind of mine shaft.
Oh, I see. I think that's iron over there as well.
Yes, I see some down here.
Quite the useful find.
We're going to need a lot of it for higher tiers of ascendancy. Alright. There was some iron underneath the gold.
Oh, did you grab the gold?
I can't, but I am right next to it. So, if you just drop down here, you should be able to get to it fairly easily. Let me just go and make a tunnel out. If you'll pop over here, and down more, and then don't fall in that pit. That pit is to catch anything that will fall down after. So a little bit of silver down there. If you want to grab that beforehand. You're going to need an iron pickaxe for the gold.
Well, I have an iron pickaxe with some left in it.
I just tossed you mine.
Yeah. Ah, there it is. All right. Just go grab the silver in here.
There's gold right above you.
Ah. All right. Ow.
And that's why I dug the pit. Back up. Oop. Didn't mean to hit you.
Had to grab this gold.
There you go, and then you can grab the silver as well. But there is more iron across the way, but I don't think that's a risk that's worthy of taking. How much did I hit you?
Yes.
And how much did it hurt?
Quite a bit,
Sorry.
but nothing I won't survive.
I forgot. Lower potencies can't regenerate. Can you?
Nope.
Huh.
So, it would behoove of me to get stronger as quickly as possible.
Oh, yeah. Which is why we need the iron. I can quickly make an altar of infusion. And altar of inspiration. Problem with this is we're going to need a lot of blood. The way that this works is you fill it with blood and use that blood to infuse yourself.
Guess we're gonna need a lot of red meat then.
Yep. You might be able get... Go ahead and try using that.
Not enough blood.
It's definitely close though. I think maybe one more level and then I left my backpack there. Wonderful Josie. Well, our best bet is to find some livestock nearby and try draining that. Problem is, since we're in a vampire forest, chances are vampires would have already infected them. So we're going to need to go a little bit of ways. Actually, hold on. There we go. So, first, you drain them while they're alive, and then you kill them. Without turning them. Looks like the town guards are having a bit of a time. Thought I saw some over here earlier. Once we get you ascended, you'll be able to see in the dark.
Yes.
If your vampirism strain mutates, same as mine.
Well, as far as I know, seeing in the dark is usually a given.
Oh, yeah. Coulda. Right. So, fill those bottles with blood. One moment.
You said just drain them and then kill, right?
Yeah, strain then kill. You might need to unstack the bottles.
All right. Any more?
You drained that one entirely, right?
Yes, I believe so. But the bottles weren't unstacked at the time. I don't even know where you are now.
Follow my eyes.
There you are.
Looking around, but not really seeing any. I meant to jump on top of that tree, but that's fine. I see one, but it's heavily guarded. No, sorry. I'll get you in a moment. I'll be chased down by everything else. Watch out, there's a spider over there. Almost done. Pigs can also be drained.
Yeah, wait, is there a pig? Oh, right there.
Several. There's also a zombie right ahead, but
Alright, I could use it.
don't overdrain or else there's a chance that the infection will take root. Damn spiders.
I don't suppose this dog is eatable.
Actually, yes, they are drainable.
Huh.
I'll let you drain them because you're low. Is there anything else? Yes, there's a cow here. Whoops. Looking around for any more. I'm not seeing any. I
Got
accidentally.
one vial finally.
Only one?
Well, you kept eating everything else, I find.
Sorry. I have almost 4. So that's 5 plus the red meat. Nothing over here. Oh, right over here, there's more of those bones in the rock.
Biofossil? No, bone.
Close the door behind you.
Yep.
And then any meat goes up at the top. And once that's done, go ahead and try to use that now.
Yep.
Level 2. Go ahead and try to use it again. Level 3.
Well, I can certainly see better now.
You might also want to drink a little bit more from the from that if there's any in there even. After level 4, we can't use that anymore. We have to use the Altar of Inspiration. Sorry, Infusion. That was Inspiration. I mixed them up.
Which is
Also,
what we needed the gold for.
yes, and the Obsidian. Also, if you find any strange boxes, like small rooms underground with this kind of floor, look for chests. Those will have tomes that we'll need to use, books, possibly even human hearts, which we also need. Which is why we also need to find this place's vampire expert. I know that they're underground somewhere. I saw their name earlier, but I'm gonna go dredge them up. How in the hell? Oh, I see. Several people are down here.
And what are they doing down there?
They fell and got stuck. And then they should slowly start working their way back to the surface. Our vampire expert is in here.
Skeleton. So much easier to fight them when I can see.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Mad Mage?
Aye. Oh!
Oh,
Took your robes.
did you hit me or was that... Hey. I'm probably still not in good standings in this village after I conquered it, so...
Hmm?
So, vampire expert, we need a vampire trader. Is that what their role is? I keep forgetting. Just taking these stone bricks because I want them. I'm guessing some of the villagers are minor casualties.
Casualties will happen.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm?
Random spell book.
Tilden dropped a book.
Yeah, sometimes they'll drop spell books. I can't necessarily read them, but I do know a few people who can. In fact, one of them is the one who keeps repeatedly dying.
With all these undead around here. Reminds me of home, almost.
Really don't like how that's floating. Did I already claim everything in there? Yes. Alright. And now that the sun is rising, the
Lovely.
village gets a little foggier. Ah, vampire expert. Fangs for emeralds.
So, I see you're cosplaying as a pincushion.
It's fine. There's not much for them to hit anyways.
Beans, apparently.
Hmm?
Oh, I found. Apparently, I had beans. So, how do I look?
I don't know, I think the green clashes a little bit too much with the red.
Not my fault I have red skin.
No, I mean the red of your clothing underneath.
Yeah, I suppose. This robe has seen better days. Ah, yes. Before I forget, the gold ore.
That you'll have to handle.
Don't worry, it's already been melted down.
Mm.
Now all we need is the obsidian, correct?
I believe so, yes. That we're going to need a lot more iron and gold for the later tiers of infusion. But for now, we should be okay for the most part. One
I'm
moment.
sure we can find enough gold and iron and whatever else we need in those mine shafts. But first,
Yes, one
those are
moment.
quite dangerous to go into.
Let me just
At
check
least not without
something.
proper weapons.
Right. If you check this book under, I believe, vampirism and then tears, you're gonna have to search around a little bit. I can't exactly remember the names of the chapters. They're not as easy to remember as things like the architect or the demonkin for blood magic. But
Let's see here.
at a character, I just popped a knuckle, and holy fucking shit, my entire arm hurts now.
Interesting.
Hmm?
So we're gonna need a lot of gold just by looking at all this.
Yes.
Quite an
18
ironic,
blocks.
quite an ironic allergy in your case.
All power has a price.
Yes.
Unfortunately, some prices are harder to pay than others.
I'm gonna put some things away in my own little chest so I have room. What the heck? Did you hear humming just now?
Hmm?
Did you hear humming just now?
I did not.
interesting.
That way, no one can know we're down here. From the top, just looks like normal cobblestone. You'll need to find a way to hide your name as well. Though I'm out of character struggling to remember how to do that. Sorry, I've just... This is a lot. Do you think it'll be enough?
For now, I believe.
Hmm.
All we need to focus on is getting that obsidian.
Oh yeah. And then...
And of course, any blood we can gather.
I'm still curious, though. If you didn't take the low potency infusion materials, then who did? Also, you're bleeding.
I've noticed. It'll be fun. So that is the question. What else would anyone need it for?
The only other people that I could think of that would even consider turning is Amarantha, but I offered her vampirism already and she turned it down. And Kalfu, who was a vampire before. That was the one I challenged in the Halls of Ruin, but he's lost his memory and the infection. It's unlikely that he'd turn. Which means it was some bastard of a hunter trying to keep us from ascending. And the only hunters I know of... Well, actually, the only singular hunter I know is Gideon.
So you think this Gideon might have taken it?
Almost certain. But I could be wrong.
But we could hide. We could hide what I really am. Gideon doesn't know who I am. Or what I am.
You're gonna need to hide your name.
Or he doesn't know me.
You might also want to remove your name from the list of visitors or residents, as well as mine. But
Well, we're on our way back. We're on our way back to the homeless communities here soon, anyway. So we can do that while we're there, as long as grab whatever stuff we need.
I'm about to I'm about to go to day sleep. I've been awake for far too long, and I have a problem where if I don't sleep enough, I stop thinking properly, and this is a kind of situation that I need to have a clear head in.
Fair.
Because if they realize I'm gone, well, the last time I did that, they tried to hunt me down. And that was just when I went under the floorboards. Because I didn't want to have to make a deal with Ash. But actual running, well, it's cowardice, is what it is.
Well, then how about this? I don't know where you are, and this is simply my abode.
I can't lie. And that isn't a, oh, I have strong morals thing. No, that is an actual blood curse I have. I cannot lie. I cannot enter domains without invitation, and I experience extreme physical agony whenever I break promises. So, I'll let you lie, but I can't do it myself.
Leave the silver tongue to me, then.
I, as I said, I'm going to day sleep. I wish you the best of luck. Though when situations like this, wishing might not be enough.
If I knew which direction the homeless community was here,
Just
you could
head west. That's where the sun sets, and the sun sets over the spire. Head
you could
towards the
say one of my
spire, and you'll find it.
you could say part of my curse is I'm terrible with directions.
If the sun is moving, just follow the way it's going. Go to the spire, it's very close to it.
And I
And
hope I find
Velasque.
this place again.
Well, just
All right.
find the village. Look for the purple beacon.
True.
And Velasque. Once again, are you sure you want to trust him? I'd like it if you didn't question my every move. It's our moves. I know, but still. I'll have to write this down. Good night, Giazieresk. You know it's not. Shut the fuck up. I know it's not night. You know what I mean. I'm not gonna say it back. I wasn't expecting you to. I was just. Good night. Thanks. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you guys next episode, whenever that happens to be. Right. Gonna go ahead and send you guys to Dan, who is also currently streaming the pack. And then I'm going to probably go to sleep. Again,